And welcome to chapter 1 of the series, that is factor and multiples. We'll discuss in brief what is a factor, what is a multiple, and then we'll go through the exercise 1A of Maths D1. Before we head to that, there are a few things I expect you know by now. The most important of them all is this. It's a maths table. 1 to 10, you should know the table up to 20. Even if you don't know that by heart, a brief understanding of it would go a long way. So take a moment, revise them, and at this stage, I don't encourage you all to use a calculator. Wherever that's necessary, I'll let you know, but for now, do that by heart. Do that from your own memory. Now, what is a factor? Let's take an example of number 18. You can write 18 as 1 into 18, that's equal to 18. You can say 2 into 9 is 18, 3 into 6 is 18, 6 into 3 is 18, 9 into 2 is equal to 18, and 18 into 1 is equal to 18. So all of these numbers 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18, these are all the factors of 18. Now, conversely, we can also say that 18 is a multiple of all of these factors. We can also write it as 18 divided by 1 is equal to 18. 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9. 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. What about 4? If you divide 18 by 4, let's say 4 into 4 is equal to 16 and 4 into 5 is equal to 20. So 18 is not a factor of, not a multiple of 4. 18 divided by 4 is equal to 4.5. That won't be a factor. How about 5? No. 6? Yes. 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3. 18 divided by 9 is equal to 2. And 18 divided by 18 is equal to 1. Now, this numerator, 18, we call it the multiple. And the denominator, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18, they are factors. Factor is a number that when you put it as a denominator to any numerator, you don't have a remainder. It's entirely divisible. Let's go through the exercise 1A. Factors of the following. The first question is we have to make factors of the following. What about 16? Can you make factors of 16? Using the technique that I used previously. How about 1? Yes, 1 into 16 is equal to 16. 2 into 18 is equal to 16. 4 into 4 is equal to 16. 8 into 2 is equal to 16, and 16 is into 1 is equal to 16. Option B, 28. What about 28? 1 into 28 is equal to 28. 2. Can you divide 28 by 3? It won't be completely divisible. There will be a remainder. So no, 3 is not a factor of 28. What about 4? Yes, 4 into 7 is equal to 28. 5 can't be a factor. 6 can't be a factor as 6 into 4 is 24 and 6 into 5 is 30. So 28 is not a multiple of 6. How about 7 again? Yes, 7 into 4 is equal to 28. 14 into 2 is equal to 28. And 28 into 1 is equal to 28. How about 96? We have done 16, we have done 28. I think we have learned the technique by now. You can use the same technique to make the factors for 96. Pause the video for a moment, grab your notepads, and then make the factors for 96, and then we're going to continue from there. Are you done? Okay, here's the answer for that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, 32, 48, and 96. Now, you may have noticed that I haven't written as 1 into 96, 2 into some other number 48 is 96. I think you can do that by now. All I've done is given you an answer to that. Using the same technique, we have three more questions. That is 100, 120, and 210. You can make the factors for all of these numbers. So then again, pause the video, do the exercise, and then come back to follow up with question number two. Question number two. Write for six multiples of the following numbers. Multiples. That's a table, right? First question. Six multiples of 4. Okay. 4 into 1 is equal to 4. 4 into 2 is equal to 8. 4 into 3 is equal to 12. 4 into 4 is equal to 16. 4 into 5 is equal to 20. And 4 into 6 is equal to 24. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Question number 2, part B. What about 6 multiples of 7? Let's try that. 7 into 1 is equal to 7. 7 into 2 is equal to 14. 7 into 3 is equal to 21. 7 into 4 is equal to 28. 7 into 5 is equal to 35. What about 7 into 6? Yes, that's 42. Correct answer. 7 into 6 is equal to 42. You can do the rest of these by yourself. For 6 multiples of 9, 12, 17, and 21. Then again, pause the video, take your time, do the exercise, and see you on question number 3. Question number 3. Which of the following have 18 as a factor? Okay, 54. Now, you can solve these questions two ways. You can say, you can use the basic formula that is 18 into 1 is equal to 18, 18 into 2 is equal to 36, 18 into 3 is equal to 54. And you can use a more direct approach, that is divide that number, divide that multiple, because in this equation 54 is the multiple and 18 is a factor. So divide the multiple by the factor, and if it's completely divisible, you have no remainder, then 18 is a multiple of that. 18 is a factor of that multiple. But let's start with basics. Let's do the basic work first. 18 into 1 is equal to 18. 18 into 2 is equal to 36. And 18 into 3 is equal to 54. You can use that vertical method as well. Write 18 on top, and then on the second line you can write 1 or 2, and then you can multiply the numbers individually, 2 into 8, and then uh, 2 into 1. So that'll be easier for you to do. What about 126? We can do that again. 18 into 1 is equal to 18, 18 into 2 is equal to 36, 18 into 3 is equal to 54. Continuing on, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 18 into 7 is equal to 126. Yes, 18 is a factor of 126, 198. Yes, we can use the basic approach. We can keep multiplying 18 into 18, and then 18 into 9, 18 into 10, 18 into 11, or we can use a more direct approach. That would be 198 divided by 18. So if you get a complete number, then 18 is a factor of 198, and if you get a remainder, then 18 won't be a factor of 198. Let's do it. 198 divided by 18 is equal to 11. So yes, 18 is a factor of 198. Then again, something for you to do is 18 a factor of 240 and 320? You can use the direct approach, by the way, for your convenience. Take a pause, do the exercise, get back to me again. Question number 4. Which of the following is a factor of 144? So you have to identify what is it that we are talking about here. 144. 144 is a multiple in this question. And where does a multiple go? A multiple is a numerator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 12, 14, 16, 32, 48, and 144. These are all the factors. Now we have to find out if all of these numbers given below are a factor of 144 or not. So first of all, let's write the multiple. That is 144. And it'll go in as a numerator. For the first question, 14 divided by 1 is equal to 144. So yes, 1 is a factor of 144. What about 2? 72. Yes, that is a factor. Can we divide 144 by 3? Yes, the answer is 48. You can do the same exercise for 4, 8, 9, 12, 14. Okay, now 14 is not a factor of 144. If you divide 144 by 14, the answer is 10.28. There is a remainder. It is not completely divisible, so 14 is not a factor of 144. The first question that we did where we found a number is not a factor of the multiple. How about 16? Yes. 144 divided by 16, the answer is 9. If we divide it by 32, the answer is 4.5. So no, 35 is not a factor of 144. You can divide 144 by 48 and 144 by 144. Now, all of these numbers given above, except for 14 and 32, they are all factors of 144. Take the time, do the exercise, do it by hand, and then get back to it. Question number 5. Identify multiple of 8 from the following. So, multiple of 8. Now, 8 is a factor. Is 8 a factor of 14? Is 8 a factor of 24? Is 8 a factor of 32? Let's find out. And one more thing. Uh, since we're talking about a factor, it is a factor here. So factor goes in as a denominator. 14 divided by 8 is equal to 1.75. So 8 is not a factor of 14. What about 24? Same goes for 32, 54. No, 54. 8 is not a factor of 54, or 54 is not a multiple of 8. 56, 36, 72, 30, 64, 18, 40, 78, 96, 108, and 120. You have to do this entire question yourself. Try to find out the answers yourself. Try to do try to divide 14 by 8 manually. Try to divide 24 by 8 manually. Don't use a calculator. At this stage, use your own memories, use your own mathematical skills to compute whether it's something is a multiple of the other or something is a factor of the other. No need to use or no need to involve calculator at this stage. Last question of the day, question number 6. Identify the number which has 284 as a multiple. Again, use the same process. Multiple 224 is a multiple of some number. Multiple, where does multiple go? Multiple is a numerator. Yes. Is 24 a numerator of a multiple of 3, 4, 12, 14, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 56? Let's find out. So first of all, 22 will be numerator. Remember that. 24 divided by 3, no. 24 is not a multiple of 3. 224 is a multiple of 4. The same goes for 12, 14, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 56. Now, for the shortage of time for the now, I have given you the answer to all of these questions, but you have to do the exercise entirely yourself for you to be able to get a better understanding. It's fairly easier for me to just do the exercises from my own memory. It won't do much validation for you if you're not doing it from your own hand. Take a notepad, go through the exercise one by one, each and every question, do each and every component yourself. This was just to give you an idea of how this whole process works, but it's not gonna work, it's not gonna do good for you if you don't do it yourself. So take your time, do it to yourself. These 6 questions, take out your book, take out your notepad, take your time, let it sink in, and I'll see you tomorrow with remaining 5 questions. Take care. Bye bye.